Hi everyone, it's Edie. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you guys can stay updated with all the stuff I am posting. And today's video is going to be just a light summary look on how I got this eyeshadow look, very specifically using the Makeup Revolution #Slay palette. And I achieved this look using this palette, which is super inexpensive. So if you guys are interested, then just keep on watching. This right here, it's super adorable. When you go ahead and you open it up, it does have those really pretty burnt orangey shades and a lot of the shades that you find in the Naked Heat palette. Now, I don't think that this is by any means a dupe, but it does kind of give you that feeling when you look at it. So it's really, really nice. And before we start putting down any color there, I am going to grab my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Make sure both of my lids are nice and primed. Go ahead and spread that evenly everywhere. Now, very important, set your eyeshadow primer, because if you don't, you might experience choppiness and stuff like that. So, because I'm not a fan of my eyeshadow coming out choppy, I'm going to grab some of my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, which is the same stuff that is baking my concealer right now. And I'm just going to swipe some everywhere. And yes, I am using Dumbledore's wand to do so. And these were given to me by a very good friend of mine, and my friends are amazing. Like, seriously, seriously amazing. Alright, so I've got both of my lids prepped and primed. Going into that same palette, I'm going to go into the second shade here, which is this color right here, like this taupey shade. Boop, boop. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in my transition area. Taking that color on my brush, I'm just going to start by going back and forth on the crease and a little bit above, just setting the tone for my eyeshadow. And I am using this as a transitional shade. Go ahead and repeat this step on both eyes unless you want to look crazy. Now I'm going to go in using that same brush, but I'm going to go into this light peachy shade that's right here, and I'm just going to kind of put that all over the lid. So taking that eyeshadow on my brush, I'm just going to go back and forth on the lid to lay down some of that color. And I'm laying this down just to set the tone for the color I'm going to set on top. I am going to be putting a pink sparkly shade on top of that. I just want it to be a little bit warmer, which is why I chose to go with that peach. To go into this dark orangey, like burnt orangey shade, which is right here. Boop, boop. And I'm going to be placing that into the crease. Now, these eyeshadows don't have a lot of fallout, but if you are working with an eyeshadow that does have a lot of fallout, this doesn't just work to set your concealer, it also helps to catch anything so that you can just swipe it away and it won't ruin your makeup. So, two birds, one stone, people. So then now that I've got that done, I am going to go in with a different brush. I'm going to go in with this crease brush right here, which is Harry's Wand. And I'm going to pick up the shade, this brown shade here. I lost the insert with the names. So this brown shade right here, boop, boop. And I'm going to draw the outer V, because this brown shade isn't quite as easy to pick up as the other ones. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and draw where I want that brown color to be. And I'm gonna draw a V. So now that I'm drawing that outer V on the outer corner of my eye, I am going to smoke it out as much as possible so that I have to do less blending with the fluffy brush. Coffee break. Repeating that step on the other eye, I am trying to kind of draw a cat eye kind of shape, which is what you see me doing there, kind of bringing that color up and out, and really intensifying and defining that outer corner, which just gives a much prettier look to your eyeshadow. So once I've got them evened out exactly where I like it, I'm going to take that same fluffy brush that I was using the orange, that burnt orange with. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that shade too. And now I'm just going to mix that in with the brown. Now I am taking that fluffy brush to kind of diffuse any harsh lines that were left behind with that like crease brush or pencil brush. Just because I want everything to be super seamless and blended and smoked out kind of perfectly, so you can't really tell where one color starts and the other begins. It just looks like this almost airbrushed look. I'm going to go into this Café con Leche color that's in the palette, which is this one right here. Boop boop. And I'm gonna highlight my brow bone with that one. Using Voldemort's wand, and that's right, I said Voldemort. I'm gonna say his name now. I'm not afraid of him. I am going to grab the first shade in the palette, which is this one right here. Boop boop. And I'm going to really highlight the brow bone, but just where the eyebrows kind of arched. Even though mine's not arched, it's rather straight, but you get what I mean. That's where I want to place this. This here pink shade, and I'm going to use the applicator that it actually came with. So I am using the applicator that it came with because that's not really good for blending, but for what I want it, which is just to pack on the color, it works pretty perfectly. I'd say almost as well as using your finger, and all I am doing is patting that color in so that it is as intense as it can be. Doing the same thing to the other eye because, you know, you don't want to look crazy. And I know the camera's not really picking it up, but it's not a super opaque pink shimmery color, but the shimmers in it are really pretty, and laid up on top of that peach shade just gave like a perfect look. Like, I really love that look. I can totally see me doing it again. I am going to swipe off the extra translucent setting powder that I have under my eyes. What I'm going to do is start working on the lower lash line, and I am going to be mixing that burnt orange shade with the brown shade, and I'm just going to start working that on my lower lash line. Taking those two colors, I'm just going to start working it from the outer corner in. Try to keep the inner corner kind of open so that you can place a highlight and a sparkly shade in that area. And I'm also trying not to bring it down too low to keep it as not dramatic as possible, since this is a daytime look. So for that inner corner, I am taking that pink sparkly shade that I placed on my lid, and I'm just working it from the inner corner till it meets with that brown and burnt orange shade in the middle. So now for the inner corner, I am going to use my pinky, and I'm going to dip into the very first shade in the palette, which is also the one I used to highlight the brow bone. Using my pinky, I'm just going to go ahead and pat that color into my inner corners just to have it exactly where I want it. Then I'll diffuse it with a fluffy brush. Now I'm going to line my waterline using the Too Faced Bulletproof Shadow Liner. And I know that this is really thick, especially for the waterline, but I've just never found one that it seriously does not transfer and it will last the whole day. So since this is such a thick eyeliner, I am just taking a corner of it and placing it on the waterline and then smudging that out. If you notice, I'm also avoiding my inner tear ducts just because it doesn't matter how great the eyeliner is. If you get it too close to that, it's just going to start running onto your lower lash line, and that's how you end up with raccoon eyes. I am going to be using the NYX Full White, and this is the one that has a green tinge to it. And I'm just going to line the bottom part of my waterline. Coffee break. Okay. For my eyebrows, I am using the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. So for my eyebrows, I did pack the brush first with product, and I am using the darkest shade in the palette, but I'm going to start by brushing my brow hairs down so that I can see exactly where I have those sparse areas. Then I'm going to start filling them in just to make my eyebrows look more perfect. Then brush them out, and that's going to soften up anything you did that might have been a little too dark. Then just go ahead and repeat the same steps on the other eye. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply mascara. I do use two different types of mascara. And I'm not going to bore you having you watch me put layer after layer of mascara on. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished applying mascara, and this is what it looks like. I also went ahead and I set my makeup using the Urban Decay setting spray. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this summer makeup look. It was pretty easy. The palette that I used was the Makeup Revolution #Slay palette, and this really is a fantastic palette, especially for the price point. So I love it. Like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. I absolutely love it. I think it's stunning. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys can know whenever I post something. I know I'm not super regular, but I'm gonna get better with that. And make sure you also show me some support and like this video. And that's it. There's a lot of ands there, but that is it. I promise. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Bye.